Welcome back to another deep dive into the lives of Hollywood's most compelling and unforgettable figures. Today, we're shining the spotlight on Deborah Winger, an artist whose raw talent, fearless honesty, and unwavering sense of self have made her one of the most respected forces in film. With standout performances in classics like Urban Cowboy, 1980, An Officer and a Gentleman, 1982, and Terms of Endearment, 1983, Winger has never been interested in the typical path to stardom. Instead, her career tells the story of a woman determined to carve out her own definition of success, both in front of the camera and in her personal life. Deborah Lynn Winger was born on May 16, 1955, in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. From an early age, she was independent, inquisitive, and unafraid to question the world around her. But everything changed when, at 18, she was involved in a serious car accident that left her temporarily blind and bedridden. What could have been the end of her dreams became the spark for a new beginning. During those long, uncertain months of recovery, she made a pivotal decision. She would devote herself to acting. Out of pain and uncertainty, she discovered a purpose, and that fierce resolve would soon propel her onto the world stage. Her first major break came when she was cast as Drusilla, the younger sister of Wonder Woman, in the hit 1970s TV series Wonder Woman. It was a memorable start, but it was on the big screen where her power as an actress truly came into focus. Winger's presence was different, a mix of emotional openness and quiet strength that made it impossible to look away. In Urban Cowboy, she brought a grounded, tough, and deeply human performance that resonated with audiences and launched her into fame. Then came An Officer and a Gentleman, where her intense chemistry with Richard Gere created one of the most beloved romantic pairings in movie history and earned her an Academy Award nomination. With Terms of Endearment, her wrenching portrayal of Emma Greenway moved audiences around the world and earned her yet another Oscar nod, firmly placing her among the most formidable actresses of her generation. But Deborah Winger's journey is about far more than red carpets and award nominations. It's a story about integrity and personal choice. At a moment when her career was at its peak, when most stars would be chasing every leading role, Winger did something almost unheard of in Hollywood. She stepped back. She turned down high-profile projects and walked away from the constant glare of fame to focus on her inner life, her relationships, and her own sense of truth. In an industry that thrives on visibility and image, her decision to retreat and live on her own terms was shocking, bold, and deeply inspiring. By choosing authenticity over relentless career ambition, she added a new layer to her legend, showing that sometimes the bravest act is knowing when to say no. When she eventually returned to the screen, she did so with even more depth and presence. Performances in films like Shadowlands, Rachel Getting Married, and her work on Netflix's The Ranch proved that time away had only made her artistry richer. Whether she was portraying quiet resilience or complex emotional turmoil, Winger brought an unfiltered honesty to every character, reminding audiences exactly why she had always stood apart. Beyond acting, she has devoted herself to causes she believes in, speaking out for women's rights, creative independence, and social issues close to her heart. Her life and choices reflect someone who never allowed the Hollywood machine to define her. She chose, again and again, to define herself. Deborah Winger's story is more than a tale of fame. It is a powerful example of perseverance, conviction, and the courage to stay loyal to one's own voice. Through every high and low, she's shown that real success isn't about playing along, it's about changing the rules. Her legacy continues to shine as a reminder that honesty, integrity, and staying true to who you are will never go out of style.